Hello everybody, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be looking at the severe thunderstorms that could be moving across the Dakotas and the Midwest, moving into the Northeast over the next couple of days. So let's get right into it. We're in the National Weather Service right now, so, oops, sorry about that. Where you see heat advisories for the Pacific Northwest and parts of Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. Then we have severe thunderstorm watches for parts of Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, and Missouri. And then we have severe thunderstorm warnings all the way across the Ohio Valley into upstate New York and parts of the Great Lakes. And then we have flood warnings across the rivers in South Dakota and Iowa, just across the Mississippi River. And then we have flood advisories for parts of New Mexico. So now we're going to look at the Storm Prediction Center's outlook for tonight. We have we just have a general thunderstorm risk anywhere, basically, like pretty much for most of the country, except for a few isolated portions. We have general scattered thunderstorms, but then once we get into the marginal area, that dark green, slight, and then the enhanced, we're gonna really be seeing some powerful thunderstorms. So in the marginal, you have a really small chance for some damaging winds, tornadoes, flooding, etc. But in that slight, and especially in the enhanced, over parts of South Dakota and Nebraska, and also for parts of North Dakota, you're gonna be seeing a pretty good chance of flooding. Sorry about that. I don't know what's happening with like the page. You're gonna be seeing a good chance for flooding, wind, hail damage, and potentially even a scattered tornado. I wouldn't be surprised. Now we have a 2% chance of a tornado within this green area, so not a whole lot in the way of tornadoes. But then once you go to wind, there's a 30% chance, which is actually pretty high, that within a 50% radius of you, you're gonna see any wind damage. So that's pretty high, and that's over parts of Nebraska and also parts of South Dakota, right over there where I circled. Now, if we go, here's the hail. In that little black shaded area, you have a significant chance of hail. So you have a 15% chance of hail, but then that hail in that darker region, in that black, is going to be like bigger in diameter, so it could cause actually more damage. Now we're looking at the categorical outlook for today's Tuesday, so Wednesday, and you have a marginal. Well, again, we have thunderstorms just scattered for most of the country, but then we have marginal for parts of the East Coast and also for parts of the Midwest and parts of the Central Plains. And then we have a slight risk for parts of southern New Jersey, southeast Pennsylvania, Delaware, eastern Maryland, eastern Virginia, and northern North Carolina. Then we have a slight also for Wisconsin, the UP of Michigan, and parts of northeast Iowa. So now if we look at this is after the first day of forecasting, what they do is instead they just do like a general, all of the severe weather ingredients, they just put it into one instead of like a wind, hail, tornado, like separate. So we have 15% chance of any sort of severe weather in this yellow, and then we have a 50% chance for in this yellow across the Midwest. Now this is the third day. We're getting a bit like far out for severe weather forecasting, but you do see that we have this marginal and slight here for parts of Pennsylvania, upstate New York, just a little bit of upstate New York, and parts of Ohio and Indiana and areas like that. So now we're going to go onto the simulated radar, and you see just scattered showers popping up, and then we got more showers and thunderstorms as we keep on going on throughout the day. This is tomorrow morning. See, tomorrow morning kind of tapers down. We do have this big batch of rain over the central United States, and as we keep on going on, then New York City, Philadelphia, across the I-95 corridor, you're going to be seeing rain and heavy thunderstorms that could produce wind damage. I wouldn't say hail or tornadoes, but definitely some wind damage and some flooding would definitely be possible. So yeah, we see that going over parts of New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, and then into New England and parts of the Northeast. And that would be for Wednesday night. So I'm not gonna continue with the radar because it does get a bit inaccurate as we get past that 2 day time frame. Here's the amount of energy that we have in the atmosphere. Once you get into those yellows and especially into the reds and purples, you're going to be seeing a good chance for a lot of thunder and lightning, and then it's also going to produce more rain, more wind, all of the ingredients that we have for severe weather. So you do see we have a bunch of energy actually for most of the east coast into the southeast, and that's just going to be fueling our storms. And you can see, especially across the coast, you're going to be seeing um, a lot of energy for those areas. And yeah, so this is past our forecasting range, but we do have a lot of energy. I just want to quickly mention that. And then finally, just our humidity, basically the amount of moisture in the atmosphere. So once you get past about 60 or 70, which is the keys right over here, then that's when you're getting a lot of moisture in the atmosphere. It's going to feel kind of muggy, and the more moisture you have, the more rain that storm could produce. So you see, as we get into tomorrow morning, we do have a lot of moisture, and it's going to kind of stay there all the way until the afternoon and the evening time. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy that video, then please leave a like and consider subscribing. I'm also working on my second fall forecast. So if you guys enjoy those type of videos, which I know a lot of you guys do, then just subscribe and you'll be getting a notification sometime within this week, I would say, of me uploading that. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. That was me, Eli the Weather Guy, and please subscribe.